Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Sherika, and today I'm bringing to you a highly requested recipe. As you can see from the title, it is our Antiguan pepper pot. I'm on the fence about making some fungi. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but we are making pepper pot, and if you're interested to see this recipe, just stick around with me. So I have my trusty assistant here today. This is my adopted daughter, Janelle. She has never had pepper pot before, but she's going to be assisting me. She's currently cutting up some of the veggies. So I'm going to be showing you guys the ingredients that we're going to be using for our pepper pot. So pepper pot is basically a vegetable soup. And in this vegetable soup, we use a range of vegetables like spinach. Some people add green papaya. In the olden days, they would use a lot of edo leaves, but I don't think people actually use that nowadays. But we also use salted pig meat and chicken, or if you're not a pork eater like myself, you could just use chicken or any meat you want to use for that matter. You can mix it up. So yeah, let's get into the ingredients. So guys, I have Janelle cutting up our vegetables. So far in the bowl we have some okra and some anchovy or eggplant. She's over here cutting up some what is this? Table squash. I almost forgot the name. And we also have some pumpkin, and we will be using some spinach. So in my pepper pot today, I'll be using okra, table squash, eggplant, pumpkin, and spinach. For the meat, we'll be using chicken and salted pigtails. In the pot over here, I have my pigtails that have been boiling for a while. I'm just boiling out all the excess salt out of them, but of course we don't want to boil out all of the salt because the pigtail is what's gonna form the taste for our pepper pot, or the flavor for our pepper pot. Alright guys, so all our ingredients are ready. So as I said before, we have here our pumpkin, eggplant, okra, spinach, and table squash, and I will be linking all the ingredients down in the description box as well as the recipe, so no worries. In terms of fresh seasonings, I have here garlic, onion, seasoned pepper, red and green sweet peppers, and some thyme. This is what I'll be using today in my pepper pot. And then behind here I have my salted pigtail. I chose to use pigtails only, but of course you can use your pig snout, your pig feet. If you want to use salted beef, you can use that as well. And then down here I have my chicken, which is already washed and seasoned with just some regular all-purpose seasoning, seasoned salt, black pepper, and yeah, that's about it. Simply seasoned. I will also be using some Maggie cubes in this dish, maybe one, maybe two, depending on how flavoring goes. So I will let you guys in on that as we go along. Alright? Alright guys, so I have a pot on here that's been heating up, and I'm going to be going in with some butter. And we just want to allow that butter to get all melted. To our melted butter, we're going in with our veggies, all our fresh veggies. And we're just gonna allow our veggies to cook down and get nice and soft. Yes guys, so our veggies are all sweated out. So right now I'm gonna be going in with my pickled pigtails. I'm just gonna leave those sitting in the veggies for a little bit. I'm gonna cover the pot just for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to let them sweat down in the veggies a little bit, and then we're gonna be adding our chicken. Alright, so I'm back and ready to add my chicken. I'm using chicken drumettes, as you can see, but you can use any part of the chicken that you prefer. You can use back and neck, just about any part of the chicken can go in here. And the idea now is just to let these pieces of chicken cook down a bit, get out the blood and stuff out of them. So I'm gonna just be leaving them. I'm not putting any liquid in the pot as yet. I'm gonna go ahead and cover the pot, and I'm gonna put it on low heat for just about 10 minutes and allow the chicken to steam a bit. Alright guys, so we're looking good. Yes, chicken looking real good. So this is where we're gonna start adding our veggies. Now, because of the size of my pot and the amount of vegetables that I have, I might need to add my vegetables in 2 stages, but ultimately all the vegetables get put into the pot. So I'm just gonna start going in with our veggies. And guys, imagine this is only half of my veggies. We're just gonna mix this up. It looks like I can put in some more. And it actually looks like I can go ahead and put all in. So I did that. Let's stir this up. So now that all our veggies are in the pot, I'm going to be pouring some water in the pot, and what we want is just enough water to cover the vegetables, okay? So that's about it. And I'm going to be going in with just 1 Maggie cube for flavoring. I'm gonna give this a rough mix. And we're gonna cover our pot and allow this to cook. Right now it's just about 4:16, 4:17 in the afternoon. So I will let you guys know how long it takes to actually cook this. It will take a minute to actually get all of this nice and cooked down. You know, everything has to, you know, merge together. If you're familiar with Pepperpot, you know how it goes. So yes, I'm going to cover the pot and just allow everything to cook together. Alright guys, so far it has been 30 minutes and this is how our pot is looking. Let me just turn this pot around a little. Yes guys, look at how this has cooked down. You would not believe this is all those vegetables that I put in this pot originally. Because look at how they've cooked down to nothing. Yes. So of course we still have a good way to go. So we're just gonna cover this back and leave it, and I'll probably check on it again in another maybe in another 15 minutes. I'll check on it again and check for flavor and all of that. All right, so we're coming along nicely. All right guys, so as I wait for my pepper pot to get done, I'm gonna be making some dumplings to put in there because I decided not to make fungi today. I will save the fungi for another video. Don't mind the baby voice in the background. That's my little adopted grandbaby and she's being a little fussy. But here are the ingredients for my dumpling. I'm going to be using some all-purpose flour, some cornmeal, some salt, some butter, and of course some water to bind it all together. Alright guys, so it has been little under an hour and just look at this. Pepperpot is looking lovely. Lovely, lovely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking out some of these greens. I'm going to be putting them in a bowl. And you know, when you're making chop up, you take your greens and you just use your spoon and you smash them. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that with them because we want our greens nice and fine. And if we're going to wait on these to actually cook down nice and fine, it's going to be forever. So we're going to speed up the process a little bit by just transferring some into a bowl and getting them smushed prematurely, okay? So this is what I removed from the pot. Ooh, I have a piece of meat in here. Let's get that out. And if you have a food processor, it makes this process so much easier. But I don't have one, so all I'm going to be doing is just mashing them with my spoon. And that's just to make some of the bigger chunks smaller and more defined in our pepper pot. I don't like to taste big chunks of the vegetables in my pepper pot at all. If you don't mind, then you can skip this step. Guys, that's basically all it takes. This is going right back into my pot. Alright guys, so this is looking lovely. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and add in some dumplings, and the dumplings is gonna add some thickness to the pot and soak up some of this excess water. Alright. Alright guys, so all my dumplings are in here and we are almost to the end of the road. It is looking beautiful and it tastes amazing, but for me it needs a little more salt, so I'm going to be going in with one more Maggie cube. I did tell you that I would possibly use 2, so yeah, I'm going to be putting in this other Maggie cube, and this will give it all the flavor that it needs. And in about 15 minutes, maybe even less, this will be finished completely. Yes guys, it's Pepperpot for dinner tonight. Alright guys, so there you have it. We have come to the end of my pepper pot dish for today. Yes, just look at this, all this goodness. Ooh, all this goodness. We got our chicken, we got our pork, and this is just looking delicious, tasting delicious, and ready to eat. Yes guys. So in total, this took me just about 1 hour and 10 minutes. And yeah, I'm finally done and ready to serve dinner. Alright guys, so here's a closer look at my pepper pot. Yes, I hope you did enjoy this recipe guys. If you did, please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment just to let me know that you were here. Let me know what you think about my recipe. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. Yes. Who's ready for some pepper pots? Yes. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.